As guys, welcome to another session of Coach Madness. This is Coach Justin, my number one training partner, my assistant coach, so he works through everything with me. So today, what we're going to do is the last video we looked at bottle weave, and the next defense we're going to be looking at is using the shield, and the next punch we're going to be doing is the uppercut. Not really going to go into too much detail with combos and everything. We just want to get the basics going, and then later on, when everybody's a bit more comfortable, then we'll start utilizing everything with combos, different kind of combos, going into more depth of how to set up the combo and all of that. But first videos are how to set up the angle, how to step, and the basics. Those are the most important. Without those, it's useless doing the combos, right? So. Let's get into it. So, our next defense is the shield, right? So we've done the parry, boom, done the parry, he punches on down the slip, boom, just slightly off, a few hooks, done the bottom weave, coming up with that one, right? So there is one more, it's called the lean back, right? But we'll leave that until a little bit more advanced, right? So a couple more months and then we'll get into the more involved one. And the next one I'm going to be using is called the shield, right? So there's two different kinds of shields. There's a newer kind of one that I only learned in the last year or so, but to be honest, I don't really like it. But for teaching purposes, I call it an out shield, right? So think of yourself as an old warrior with a shield and a sword, right? So the first one that I love to use, the basic one, is the first one. If this guy hits, what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my shield. Boom, over there, right? And that's basically what it is all about. Thinking of an old warrior with a shield, guy strikes, lifts up his shield, he blocks, and then from there he attacks from behind the shield down. It comes down to the same concept. So you can use it on a straight, you can use it on a hook. Most people mainly use it on a hook, and then there's one that's going to use it on a hook. If you got hooks, you can shield out there, right? You're kind of looking for in between the elbow bicep area, but to be honest, my timing with it is not great. The way I also fight is completely in the pocket or completely out of the pocket. So my timing is always a bit out when the guy hits to catch that shield there. I kind of feel like I'm exposed a bit, even though I'm tucking my chin underneath my shoulder. I still feel a bit exposed, because remember, another knockout point is the temple, right? So the knockout point is here on the jaw, where the rib gets together on the temple, and just right behind the ear or just below the ear here on the jawline. Those are your main points to score a knockout when you're actually punching somebody. Everything else is just causing damage. So I always kind of feel if we maybe turn this way, right, and it throws and I shield out, you see there, although it's not really quite there, I always kind of feel exposed. And for me, when you're fighting, you need to be comfortable in what you're doing. And for me, this is just not comfortable for me. It might work for somebody else, might work for a lot of other guys. I know it works for my head coach. He does it a lot. Every time a guy hooks, he stands up, boom, and then he returns straight away with a hook of his own. So he's very comfortable with that. But for me personally, it's not that comfortable. So when we're doing a shield, what I want to do is I want to imagine I'm going to wash my hair, but I'm not washing my hair with my elbows open, so my face is open, right? So I'm going to keep my elbows tucked in. So when he hits, boom, right? So I'm washing my hair, as you can see my hands going back towards the back of my head, and I'm shielding. He throws the next, boom, there, okay? It's never a good idea just to hold still and let the guy hit you, right? Because even though it's not coming through, you're getting a lot of damage on the arms and you're still rocking your head. You always kind of want to move either into it or slightly off of it. And that's something I call a shield slip. So instead of just slipping, I like lifting my shield. Boom. So you'll notice there, his hand didn't even touch my arm, went straight past. But to make myself feel more comfortable, I add the shield. Just to know that nothing's touching me. But it's once again a preference thing and comfortability thing, right? So it's there. Boom, shield up, shield up. Now, when we do a shield on the hook, Coach Jay, just for this, is going to throw a right hook so that everybody on the camera can see, and then we'll do the left. When he throws the hook, I'm still going to shield, but I'm not going to just kind of take it, right? I'm going to ride the punch. Boom. See, my hips are turning out in the same direction that the punch is going. So this is my first shock absorber. But if I stand still, boom, and he hits a hard hook, it's still going to ring my bell, right? And we don't want that. So as it hits, boom, I just kind of follow that shield. You see there, that little bounce that happened? That takes all the power out of the hook. And then from there, as I come back, I'll just fire off with a big straight, or I'll fire off with a nice big jab, or even a left hook of my own. So if he throws the left hook, I shield, see I'm kind of riding it. From here, because you can't see past my arm, as I come back, I can throw a nice big straight jab at it, or I can return with my own hook, or I can start leaning in for that nice little body shot. Okay? We haven't dealt with body shot yet, but a little bit later on. Okay. The next one that I like doing is what I call a parry shield, right? So it's the same concept as a slip shield. But instead of slipping, what I'm going to do is I'm going to parry his hand in towards my elbow there. Okay? So I'm not shielding all the way off the line and making sure that's there. I kind of shield halfway and then bring his hand with my parry hand back in. Now when I'm working with my training partners, I'm letting him hit this part of my arm, right? Because you don't spar hard, right? And I need to look after him, he needs to look after me. But in a fight, I lift up my elbow. And now you'll see why I do the parry. Because this is such a smaller target, right? If I don't do the parry there, it's easy for me to miss and get it off. Whether he's punching straight in my face, you see there, right? Because I didn't do the parry, it still came through. So I do the little parry and get my elbow in the way. And that way, when he hits, it's got a higher chance of breaking his hand. It gives me an advantage in a fight, right? It's not the most prettiest thing to do. It's not the most ethical thing to do, maybe. But at the end of the day, fight's a fight, right? So if I'm going to lift up, boom, he's hitting me, it's my elbow, he threw the punch, right? I'm just defending. So it might not be great intentions, but it's also that little bit of a gray area. So all of these movements stem off of the very first draw of the bob and weave and the slip, right? Slip or a slip, a bob and weave, and a bob and weave, right? So the shield works off of all those movements, but just a little bit smaller, right? So back, back. And what you'll notice is usually when I'm shielding, I kind of lift my foot up and just a little step into it. Okay, I'm not stepping as far as I would when I'm throwing a punch, but just a little step, just to kind of meet him halfway. Because if you think about it, when somebody hits you with a baseball bat, is it the hardness of the baseball bat that's killing you, or is it the momentum? Okay, 90% of it is the momentum. The other 10% is how hard the object is. Okay, so if he's throwing and I kind of meet him there, you see how much his elbow is bent there, right? That's taking away power. If I catch him on the end here, it's still going to suck. So I kind of just, as he's back, boom, see how I'm shielding up and I'm stepping in. Okay, so that's all it is. So it's not really a drill you can do for it, except if you've got a partner or stand. Once again, put up a rope, put up a piece of pool noodle like this. Right, you can have a pool noodle attached to something and you can literally go shield, shield, shield. That's a drill you can do for it. You can have a rope up on the side and go shield, 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 right? Obviously if you've got a long rope, like in the first drills, we'll do one side, turn around, do the other side, right? Just to make life easier for you. That's basically what it is. So that's the shield. Super simple, super easy. The one thing I do want to add quickly is, especially on the hooks, when I shield, I don't want this open. Because if he's hooking, right, you see it's still coming past there. I need to tuck my chin and I need to close up as tight as I possibly can, right? And the further back that hook comes, the higher up I'm going to lift this elbow, right? So you guys will notice the hand's not coming through onto my head, right? It's connected to my hands. Now when we turn around, just so you guys can see from the other side, throws, lifting up super high. See how I'm catching it there? My chin is not in here. Okay? My chin is away, slightly away. So if he really throws this hook, boom, that happens. My chin is protected. Okay? And I'm taking away the weight there. And then from here, from this angle, I come back straight away. Whether I want to, we can actually incorporate that as I go. Whoop. As I return, immediately come with the lead uppercut. This is not a normal uppercut, it's a lead uppercut. We will look at that now. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is, once again, striking 101, we said all the punches come from the hips, and our feet play a big role in that, right? We need to be able to control my hips. Now when I throw uppercuts, I kind of want to just, because I'm always standing, like I kind of want to go and start sitting on a bar chair. So when I'm throwing my uppercuts, I just give a little bounce here. Boom. See there? Boom. From here. Boom. And come up. Now, when I'm throwing the uppercut, I'm not dropping my hand and throwing. Okay, that's bad. So me goes chair. Finally, as I drop this hand as well, uppercut, you see how open I am? Right? That's why I just give us a little bounce here. So I'll go bounce and up. Okay? But I'll never start with the uppercut. Whenever I throw the uppercut's my first punch. I'll always set it up. Boom, boom, boom. Right? To make sure he's busy thinking about my punches and not thinking about returning. That's the one thing with the uppercut. It's the same with the hook. I've got more time on the hook to start off with the hook. Because a lot of times I'm going to fake. Right? And as soon as we start shielding or parrying, whatever, I'll then come around with the hook. But we'll look at those much more in detail when we get to combo off the back. When I'm throwing the uppercut, I need to make sure this is like bounce. Right? So it doesn't matter if I defend, shield, boom. See on that shield, I'm already kind of dropping the first part of the bounce. And then as I return, I just come up and I throw it. Okay. So the best drill to do for an uppercut is once again, get a rope, man. Get a rope, put it up between two straight points. So just for this drill, I'm going to use Coach J's. Just going to stand slightly, yeah, just like that. Right, just so you guys can see the angle. So here's my rope. Boom. When I hit my uppercut, you see, drop, come up, and I'm turning my hand in. Okay. Now, I need to make sure, the same as the hook, my bicep touches the line. You see how high my hand is going over his head? That's where I need to stop, because remember, all punches, I never want to stop on the target. Right? So I stop on the target, you see what happens compared to stopping through the target. There's a big difference in power there. Okay? It's not a push. Right? It's a snap. Okay, so you see how my hips are driving. I'm overextending now so you guys can just understand what the hips are doing. Boom, driving it through, right? Boom, it's the same with the left. You see there? Pushing hips up as high as I can to get through, right? But when I'm doing it, it's super quick and it's not such a long movement. We call it a short movement. So you'll notice my hips. So it's not a long movement. It's short. Boom, but it's exploding into it. Boom, and I make sure I send my hand all the way through. So when we're doing the drop, right, and it's like this, for a rope, you take 2 balls between the door, doesn't matter, wherever you've got space. Go and stand, boom, up, 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 up. Okay, and that's the drop. Okay, now, when I'm throwing, depending on the combo that I'm throwing, I want to throw my uppercut not like this, especially from boxing gloves. Boxing gloves are big, right? So when I'm throwing, boom, you see my hand's going to get stuck here. If I turn my hand like this. So what I like to do is when I throw my uppercut, is kind of turn my hand with my thumb slightly pointing upwards so that these knuckles can hit first at the end. Like you'll see here, 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 and then at the end, I make sure it comes underneath the chin. Because that's the aim, right? If I'm doing a defensive situation where I'm doing maybe dirty boxing or something, then I'll turn my hand all the way up because now I'm here in the pocket and he's throwing hands, right? So go, see there? There's no arm here to stop you from throwing this uppercut. We'll get to the dirty box and stuff. Let's first get the basics right. Okay? So then, boom. Send it in. Okay? So my hand is kind of turned off center that way. Just off center so that I can make sure, if you look at his arms here, there, if he closes his arms up, I hit my uppercut. See there? I'm going to tag onto the hand. So if I go a little bit more, you see now how my fingers are squeezing past there, and then I can send my uppercut up. Okay, but we'll look at setting up the angles, all of that when we get to combo of the day. For now, simple, just get that movement going. You see there? Okay. Now, the lead uppercut, it's slightly different. The lead uppercut is like between a straight punch and a normal uppercut. Okay? And I use it to create either distance or to set up for my bowler, for big straight right, or to set up getting in, even for a takedown. My really nice little lead uppercut here. See how his head's lifting? I can easily start stepping in there. So the lead uppercut, you'll notice my arm's travel rate is kind of straight, kind of straight, kind of straight, but off of target. Kind of like I want to hit him in the chest, but at the end, I start coming up. And that's what we call a lead uppercut. And it's usually the hand that's in the front. Okay? Usually the jab hand. I won't easily throw a lead uppercut with the right hand. Okay, unless this guy's really rushing me or I'm in panic stages and it's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit moment. Then I might throw a lead uppercut with the right hand or the hand that's in the back. So for the southpaw guys, it's going to be the right hand hitting the lead uppercut and the backhand, right? You won't really throw a lead uppercut there. Usually keep this for that short little stubby uppercuts. Okay, so the lead uppercut, straight, 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 at the end, put it out. Okay, it's a difficult thing to drill on your own. Got a bag, it's awesome. Otherwise you may have to work back. Right, shadow, back. Okay, you'll just notice when I'm looking at my partner, what he's doing is he's just dropping his hand in front of his chin. Just so that I don't worry. Right, so I go, boom. See that? That's the lead. Okay, if I throw you a normal uppercut, I need to be same as hook, same as knees, same as elbows, same as takedowns. Be close enough to kiss him up. Not close enough to kiss him. Come out with this. See here? It's not going to work. That's when the lead starts coming. Okay, back. Front hand, so it's going to be here. Right. So instead of hitting the jab, I'm underneath. Okay. Normal uppercut here. Boom, step. Back. See, I'm in the pocket now. And that's why the uppercut, bowler, and the hook, great things when we do dirty boxing. A couple of weeks from now. Okay, we'll get into it. And that's basically that, guys. I don't think there's anything else. Let's just quickly go through it one more time. Right, so when I shield, I'm washing my hair. Okay, never stay straight, dead still, and shield. Right, we'll get tagged. I just slightly move off target. Whoa, doesn't matter which way. Okay, it's always better to go opposite ways. So if the right hand comes, I'm going to go right. Left comes, over my left one. Okay, it's always better. Then you've got on the hook, I ride it. Okay, hand super closed. I'm looking at him over my shield. This hand is going to be the surprise. Okay, so that combo that I was saying, as he hits the hook, I shield immediately I return. See there, I don't pause, pause for a photo, post it on Facebook, have a cup of coffee, and then come back to punch the guy. Right? It's got to be right. So he hits, go back, bam, right, straight away through. And that uppercut lands, I would say about 7 out of 10 times that I throw it. Okay, so it's got to be quick, right? So as I shield, go, boom, and from here, just fire it up. Okay, so go, shield, boom, and fire it up. Okay, and then we look at the shield. Right, so remember when we're doing the shield, here with the elbows closed. Okay, so shield, back, there. Back, there. I'm always moving slightly into the punch. Okay, just to break his momentum. Okay. Then we get the shield slip, where I'm slipping off of the shield. Right, so as the shield hits, I'm just slipping off. I keep my hand up there just to make myself feel more comfortable. Then the shield parry, boom, over there, boom. Right, so I'm sending his hand back into my elbow every single time. Guys, when you're working with a partner on this, please be careful. Make sure you're using this part, not the elbow itself. Okay, the adjustment in the fight is just minor. Okay, because even if you hits me at 10%, it's still gonna suck, right? And maybe you don't know. Maybe the guys are off on the day, he's been sick, whatever. He hits, he breaks his hand. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks, and you're sitting without a training partner. Right? You can have a pull noodle out and actually just control it from that. But once again, that's a stagnant draw. So you start off on that, but build up to movement drops. Right? Make sure that you have a partner that can work with you. Okay. And then obviously there's the out shield, which I'm not too lacquer with. Boom, I'm blocking it out. Right? So as the punch comes, boom, I'm blocking it out. Okay. I'm not very comfortable with that. It always feels awkward to me. But once again, fighting needs to be a comfortable sport. In the sense of comfortable with what you're doing, right? So I know a lot of guys. I don't throw a lot of body hooks. I always feel exposure. Okay? So I don't do that. But I've got training partners who make tons of them. Why? Because they're comfortable with them. Their timing is there. So each guy's got a different style. Okay? So, and that's basically that, guys. Hope you guys had fun. Obviously, if you have any questions, just pop us a message, comment. Find us on social media, whatever, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Awesome.